I'm about to show you guys the quickest legit way to get a bunch of really cool legendary blueprints that are super OP. Alright, what's good guys? So, as we know, the easiest way to get blueprints is actually going to different dungeons around the map, especially on the new island. There's some really good ones. And there's also like 50, not 50, but you know, there's a lot of dungeons up in this new island in a super small area, so you can hit like 10 of them in just a few minutes. Now, we used to be able to glitch and fly around and glitch through the walls and complete the dungeon super duper quickly. However, that is now patched. I actually do know a little secret though about the dungeons that makes it almost as easy and lets you fly through them super duper easily that I really doubt you guys know because I didn't know about it. But let me know in the comments for sure if you knew about the secret method I'm about to show you guys. So first of all, to find the dungeon super duper easily, there is a map online. It will be linked in the description. It is palworld.gg/map and it shows you all the dungeons on the new island and everywhere else. One thing you are going to need that will help you out a lot, it's not required and you don't really need it, but it will definitely help out a lot. And if you already have one of these or you have the means to get one, you should go ahead and do it. But the strategy will still definitely work without it. What you're going to need is a Prickster, and when you go inside of a dungeon and you use his ability, it will actually help you guide through the dungeon a lot. So you guys will see what I mean when we get inside the dungeon, but this is what the PAL looks like. You can see its little PAL ability over here. It finds the exit to a dungeon, and you can find these in the desert areas of the new island super duper easily. They are just running around all over, so it should be pretty easy to get one. Now, you're still going to need to fight the boss and everything in the dungeon, but if you're like past level 40, it is super duper easy and you can easily do it, and it's actually way harder to traverse the dungeon than it actually is to beat the boss. Now, I'm going to show you guys what I mean by the strategy in order to skip through all of these different bosses and all of these different dungeons and get through it 100% correct way every single time without getting lost. Now that we are in here, it is important to note that there is 3 different kind of dungeons, and while most people think they're random or like a set kind of way, they are all actually the same thing with 3 different variations. So first of all, we got the tree variant in here. The tree kind of dungeons are super duper easy. With the tree variant, all you're going to need to do is go straight throughout the entire dungeon. So like I said, all these different dungeons are actually the same with 3 different paths, and it is super easy to memorize all 3 different paths, and not a lot of people actually know about this. So because we saw the white tree, we're just going to go straight the entire time, and we should very easily get to the boss over here. Just like that. Yeah, there's a little bit of twists and turns and everything, but for the most part, it is just completely straight. So I didn't even need to use my Prickster ability right there, but with the other 2, it makes it a little bit easier. So we can go ahead and just speed run these bosses. They're pretty low level and should be pretty easily with the Jet Dragon plus the weapons we have. And then we can just easily go get the loot. And what did that even take, like 30 seconds or whatever? But this tree is the easier one. It is the easiest out of the 3 to navigate, and I even have 3 times spawns on right now, and it's still going to be super easy to beat these. There we go, super duper easy. It's a good source of XP too if you don't have that, and I'm pretty sure you get a good amount of loot from the actual bosses too. Yeah, look at all of that. So about 45 seconds, we easily beat this dungeon. We don't have to worry about getting lost or everything. Why is there no chest in here? That's weird. I don't know. Maybe I beat this dungeon like recently or whatever. But usually there's some chests in here and they will give you some legendary blueprints if you are lucky. Now that is the first of the 3 different type of dungeons, easily beaten. That one only takes like 45 seconds, so you can just run through those super duper quickly. Now let's check the Palworld interactive map and see where the next dungeon is. It seems like all we have to do is go straight a little bit. This new island is just full of the dungeons, which makes this the best place to do this for, like, by far. Like, you can hit 10 different dungeons in just a few minutes. This is the next one. Let's hope it is a different variation than the tree one, so we can show all the different paths. They're all super duper easy, but the tree one is definitely the easiest by far. Oh, looks like this is the second variation of the dungeons. Now, like I said, all you have to do is remember the one with the tree that we went in the first time is straight ahead. This one is over water. So this is the bridge variation. What we're going to do is we are going to use our Prickster, and he will show us where to go on the map. Now, this doesn't 100% tell you where to go. It still like misleads you and gives you different paths and everything. And you guys can see when we get to the little twists and turns, it still gets a little bit confusing, but this is where we come to a standstill. Now, there's a water and there's a Japanese way. And remember, the bridge variation, we went over water in the beginning, so we're going to go over water again. And all we have to do is go straight now, and we should easily get to the boss. So you can see how that little twist and turn, it definitely confuses a ton of people. And if you aren't using this method, you're going to get lost forever. And here we are. We're at the boss, or in this case, like 40 bosses. Jeez, why is there so many? And that normally would have taken forever. And we are here in what was that, like 20 seconds or something? There we go. Super duper easy. Oh my, how much loot have we gotten from this? Now, obviously, this is a little bit misleading because I have 3 times spawns on. I didn't even realize I had it on. But you can do that if you guys want to, and it will give you a bunch of loot before you even get to the chest. However, that's not what we're here for. We're here for the chest and hopefully some legendary blueprints. We got some slab fragments, some plasteel armor, no legendary ones in that chest, but we still got some diamonds and everything, and some ancient technical manual. So this is especially useful if you're like not level 55 and you still want to rank up, you still want XP, you still want a bunch of different items for gold and everything. This is definitely the fastest way to get it in the game right now. Now, of course, that was only 2 of the 3 dungeon methods that I have said are here. So we're definitely going to need to try and get the 3rd one real quick, and then I'll give you guys a summary right at the end. But so far, the tree one that you see, the tree on the left when you walk in, all you have to do is go straight. And then the bridge one where you go over water, all you have to do is go over water again when you get to the little crossroads. So super duper easy. You definitely won't even notice these patterns if you're just doing them normally. But now that I'm pointing this out to you guys, if you didn't know before, you will definitely see how easy the patterns are. This is the 3rd dungeon. Hopefully it is the 3rd different variation, so we can see all 3 of them. Well, it seems this one is the tree variation, the first one, so all we were going to do is head straight for this one. However, we're not interested in this one. We already know about this one, so I'm going to go out and I'll find the 3rd variation to show you guys. Oh, here we go. We actually got the 3rd variant, so let me show you guys right from where we begun. This is the 3rd and final variant. What we have to do is go up these steps and we will get these little Japanese circles. Now, the Japanese circles mean this is the 3rd variant, which is the Japanese variant. So we are going to use Prickster's ability here when he is finished blasting me with a bunch of purple semen. We're going to use his ability and we're just going to follow that. Now, if you guys recall, in the last dungeon, we had to make a choice to go over water or in the Japanese kind of area, and we get the same choice right here. Last time we went over water, this time we're going to go in the Japanese version of it. So this one is super duper basic. Also, all of these are super duper basic once the pattern gets shown to you. I can't believe not many people knew about this, including me. I didn't know about it until very recently, but 3 different kind of dungeons over here. They're all super duper easy to realize once you see the pattern. There we go. So you can definitely get a ton of overall really good items plus legendary blueprints if you just go around and do this on every single dungeon. I didn't even mean to have 3 times spawn on. I forgot I had that on, but if you want to add that, that is also a really good way to get a bunch of really cool stuff. So unfortunately, I only did 3 dungeons and I didn't manage to get any legendary blueprints, but we still got a good, a really good amount of stuff, I'd say. And that was what, only like 2 minutes combined in all 3 of the different dungeons. So to sum it up, I'll give you guys a quick summary in case you don't feel like skipping around the entire video. When you see the white tree variation, you're going to just want to go straight through the entire dungeon. When you see the 4 bridge water variation, you're going to want to follow the previous information and then go over the water when you go to the Japanese or water choice. And then on the 3rd variation, the Japanese variation, when you get to the water and Japanese choice, you're going to want to go over the Japanese bridge. Super duper easy, all 3 methods. You can skip through the dungeons easy as high with this information, and let me know in the comments if you guys knew about this, because I definitely did not know about this. I don't know how I've gone so long without knowing that there's a super easy pattern to every single dungeon, and this is the next best thing without the glitch to be able to go through the walls and finish it in 2 seconds. This might even be like, honestly, it might even be faster, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, make sure to sub up if you guys like Palworld. I upload pretty much every single day of a bunch of different tips, glitches, guides, all kinds of stuff, and including this really cool pattern that I don't think a lot of people knew about, which is kind of weird. But if you knew about it, congrats, you're definitely in the top % of Palworld players.